everyone, welcome back to another edition of Story Time with Hank. It's another Sunday, a couple weeks after we did the first round, and that is why Hank's wearing his favorite shirt for Sundays. It's his Packers jersey, and we thought we'd come do another round. And all we do is we let Hank pick a bait off of the board. This is a board that has all kinds of baits that are special to me and have meaning, so I'll tell you a little bit about the bait after he picks them out. So which ones do you want to pick?
My swim. No. Up there.
Which one? Here, I'll hold you up. Which one? Those aren't baits, Hank. Which one? Pick another one.
My swim jig.
Your swim jig?
Yeah.
All right. So we've got a bunch of swim jigs hanging here.
Which one's mine?
So these. Here you go, Hank. You can hold it. Be careful of the hook. Just hold the hook. Okay. So these are two swim jigs that I might get in trouble for showing you because these are straight from Tom Monsoor's tackle box. In fact, Hank's swim jig right here, Tom gave to Hank after day 3 at this year's FLW event on the Mississippi River that Tom won. He had a big bag day 3 on this exact bait, hence why you can see it's all shredded up. The the skirt material's coming off. I mean, it's been beaten up because he caught a pile of fish on this. So Hank literally has one of the winning baits from this year's FLW event on the Mississippi River that Tom Monsoor gave to Hank. Tom Monsoor is the godfather of swim baits, really kind of established it years ago, and has some crazy techniques, some crazy stories. Super nice guy. I can't thank him enough for sharing the bait with Hank, and Hank's been super stoked ever since he gave it to him. You got another one, buddy?
Okay. So after you do that.
Which one are you thinking?
Okay. That spoon way over here.
The spoon? All right, so this spoon has no meaning at all to me. The only reason I like it is because it's a little Cleo wiggle lure, and it's got a naked girl on it. It's an old lure that I happened to get in a tackle box full of junk that I bought. It's just hanging on the board, really has no meaning. Hank picked a doozy on that one.
Okay.
All right, how about another one? Just pick one, buddy.
That's orange bait.
The orange bait? This one?
No.
This one?
No, the orange.
This one?
Yeah.
It's more yellow. So this is a jointed jitterbug that several years ago I was fishing with my brother-in-law Scott up on the Chippewa flowage, and we were just hammering the largemouth, flipping some milfoil, and we just found this bait floating in the water, and he tied it on a little bit later that day, and like on his third cast, fish, around the milfoil clumps that I was still flipping, he caught a 45-inch muskie. And at that point we immediately retired the bait, and the bait is now hanging on the wall. It was an awesome day of fishing, and it was a great way to cap off the night with a giant muskie. So it hangs on the board, retired.
Right there?
Yeah.
That's not it hangs.
That's all right. We'll put it somewhere else. Anything over here?
That one makes a big bass bait.
Which one? You got a point.
The big bass bait.
This one?
No,
This one?
no, the one you point at.
This one?
No, the one you point at first.
This one?
No, the one you point at
This one?
first. Yeah.
All right. So you may have seen in an earlier video I did where I talk about making 3 skirts that are killer skirts for me. This skirt, which is barely hanging together, is called the Big Chip, and you can learn how to tie it in that video. But this bait is super special to me because several years ago, fishing in an FLW tour event down on Lake Toho, I had a decent first day, and we had a big cold front come through the end of the first day. And the second day I was really struggling. I had 4 fish, and with 5 minutes to go, I was within sight of the ramp. I flipped this into a clump of Kissimmee grass and caught a 7.5 pounder. And that fish propelled me way up inside the top 20 cut, so I got the fish day 3. It's just one of those times where you always hear people talk about catching a big fish right at the end of the day. I mean, literally, I pulled in a 7.5 pounder with 5 minutes to go, gave me my 5th fish for the day, and it propelled me on. The other cool thing about that event was at that time there were 4 of us fishing for the Bridgeford team. It was myself, Randy Blockett, Luke Clausen, and then Chad Randalls was fishing as an amateur. All 3 of us made it on the pro side into the top 20 cut, and Chad ended up winning the co-angler side. So it was a pretty cool event, and we had a bunch of people from Bridgeford at that event. So it was just a really cool event, and this bait means a bunch to me. All right, Hank, let's pick out one more.
That one right next to the big bass bait.
This one?
Oh.
The frog?
Yeah.
All right, so this
No.
is just a Spro poppin' frog that has a lot of meaning to me because I was fishing an event up in northern Wisconsin here. It was a team event with a partner, and we ended up winning quite handedly, and a lot of those fish came on this bait. We had, I think, almost 21 pounds of smallmouth, including one that was just a hair over 6 pounds, and we got big bass for that fish as well. And it was just one of those events. It was a whole bunch of fun. We were catching giant smallmouth on a frog, including a 6 pounder. You don't catch too many 6 pound smallmouth in tournaments, especially when they're not on the Great Lakes. This was a Wisconsin River event, not a Great Lakes event. So anytime you catch a 6 pound smallmouth, I feel like you should retire the bait. You want to do one more? You want to talk about that frog?
Yep.
So this is a new Z-Man frog that Miles Berghoff gave to me. I was staying at his house at Chickamauga this year, and Miles was talking highly of this frog and told me I should try one. And I used it and caught a bunch of fish on it. And he actually, I think he finished, I'm going to say he finished like 3rd or 4th in that event. And if you go back and watch the video, you'll see that he was catching a pile of fish on that last day on this frog. I think he had like almost 20 pounds worth of fish frogging with this is Z-Man frog. So one thing I like to do is if I get baits from people that I really respect, I like to hang them on the wall here as well. And Miles is a good buddy of mine, and you know, the frog has been retired and put on the wall. So all right, I think that sums up our episode of Storytime with Hank today. Thanks guys. Thanks guys for following. I hope you enjoy the videos. Give us a comment, a like, and subscribe.
After it's over, I want to say this.
Okay, we can point to some of those later. So I hope you're enjoying it. Like I said, subscribe, like, comment. Thanks for watching, guys.
This is the picture.